Hello, 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 hello. How y'all doing today? I'm bringing my hello, hello. How you guys doing today? Hello, people. Hello. How you guys doing? Try to get my brother on in here. Had a interesting week this week. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. How you doing today? So we got a interesting topic today. We're gonna talk about loyalty a little bit. Hello, hello, family. How you guys' week been? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Bring my brother on in here. How you doing this morning, slow motion?
People, what's up,
What's up, my brother? How
man?
you? How's stuff going?
Man, everything going good, man. Just got back from the beach with the kids, so we had a good little time at the beach today.
Good job.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Had a smooth little visit at the beach.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, bro, everything good.
I was out doing some unnecessary, spending unnecessary money, doing unnecessary things.
Man,
We go to the mall and act up a little bit.
I'm
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
next go round.
Huh?
I'm gonna send you my sizes for the next go around.
Man, I'm a tennis shoe crazy guy, and yeah, I just bought some more J's. They pretty, I like them. They're pretty nice. They're
Okay,
pretty nice.
that's what's up.
So yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, what we talking about today? What we
Man,
got?
talking throughout the week about loyalty, man, and just the different the ramification that come along with loyalty. You know
Okay,
how loyalty affect us and how it don't affect us,
right.
and just want to have a conversation about loyalty. You know, just from asking people in my inner circle what they think about loyalty, and a lot of people were saying that they think that loyalty is a rare thing nowadays. So, just want to touch on that.
Really,
Yeah, I was surprised that a lot of people think that loyalty is a rare thing. You know, and so
really. So okay, okay.
just hearing people
Um,
different perspectives of it is quite interesting.
what is your thoughts with that?
I think I don't think loyalty is rare. I think loyalty is it's a lot more than what we think it is. But I also think that people
Mhm.
aren't loyal to the right thing. So I say a lot of people
Okay,
not loyal to the right thing, but you know, by default, if you're not loyal to the right thing, then you're loyal to the wrong thing automatically, right? So I
okay,
think we have got our priorities mixed up. So I think loyalty is there. It's just not in the right reason.
okay, okay. Someone said they surround themselves with loyal people. Hmm. Okay.
I think that definitely should be the goal that we all should do.
I mean, you know, I think we don't have any control of that though, right?
Right.
And so, um, yeah, you we say we can say we surround ourselves with loyal people, but I think people become unloyal because of self-preservation a lot of the times, or greed,
Yeah.
or you know, just their own personal satisfaction. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's dig into it. Let's dig into it. What you got for me?
So just starting off, when you hear the word loyalty, what does loyalty mean to you?
Um, what does loyalty mean to me? Um, I'm gonna say first and foremost, I would say devotion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would say devotion. I would say honesty. I would say faithfulness,
Okay.
and just overall being real. You know what I'm saying? And I say that because we can say all those things, but at the end of the day, um, I think it's just you being real and true to yourself.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I think
Wow.
you have to be real and true to yourself. And if you're not real or true to yourself, um, then how can you be that to someone else?
Facts.
Yeah. How can you be that to someone else? So hmm, yeah. What's your thoughts with that?
I would say loyalty is definitely your commitment. It's your commitment to a person, a place, or a thing, and it's your action behind it as well.
Okay.
We say we committed to something, but what happens when your action don't match it? Are you truly committed? So I think
Sure.
people could think that they're loyal, and then when that test come and it has to be shown, that's the only time it's gonna be proven guilty or not. Is if it's shown through trials and tribulations, and when you don't want to do it, when it's a challenge for you. So
Okay.
yeah, it has to be.
So I'm sorry. How do you show loyalty in a relationship?
I think it has to be built. You know, it has to be.
Really? Do
Yeah,
you?
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It's tough, but I think it's always gonna go back to what you said in the beginning. A person, a relationship with themselves, knowing themselves, honesty, being true, and again, that has to be built over the course of time. In the
Okay.
beginning, you could tell if loyalty isn't there, but it still has to go through seasons, in my opinion.
Okay. 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 And the reason why I said is I guess I think a little different with that. I think it's just in the person, right? And so I'm not saying that me giving loyalty to someone, I'm not saying that they have to build that or earn that. I think it's sometimes just who you are, right? Just
Right.
my opinion. And I think me being loyal um, to someone is just saying, okay, you know what? This is how I feel about this particular relationship, and
Hmm.
regardless what type of relationship it is, and because you're going to have all different types of loyalty, right? And I just think it's how you feel about that particular relationship or that
Yeah.
particular, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And that's true. Somebody just put the definition of loyalty up there, and it's definitely your alliance with something or someone. But
sure,
I think a lot of times we get it confused because we think just because a person is loyal to us in one area that they have to be loyal in every area. And if
right,
they're loyal to us or supportive in every area, in our minds we'll mark them off as unloyal, and that's just not all the time the truth. Just
okay,
because I'm loyal to you as a friend don't mean I have to support you in your business, or I have to
right,
support personal decisions, or I can't be like, you know what, you my friend, you my brother, but I'm against this one thing or this two things that you do. So
hmm,
when you go to do that, don't include me in that. And
okay,
sometimes we mistake loyalty for and think that that key is going to unlock every door, and it's just not.
okay, okay, okay.
So my
So
next question to you, when it comes to your loyalty, uh, who do you find yourself most loyal to?
um, I'm gonna say self first, because you have to be real with yourself first and foremost, right?
Mm.
Um, I'm gonna say again, my order to life is God, my wife, and everybody and everything else, right?
Right, right.
So those, uh, but I think loyalty it's a little different, and I would put self, right? And I guess I say that, or I would say God, self, wife, right?
Hmm.
And the reason why I say that is everybody have to be loyal to themselves or true to themselves before you can be true to someone else. And
Absolutely.
again, that's just my personal opinion,
I
right?
agree.
Everybody's not going to agree with that or uh, see it the same way,
Hmm.
but yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Yeah, I agree with that 100% because when you loyal to yourself, it's certain knowledge that you have,
right,
and obtaining that knowledge, you learn to be loyal to other people, or you learn,
right,
saying what it's all about. But if you don't put yourself first, then you don't have enough to give nobody else. I always try to think of it as when we think about the teacup and you got the saucer up under the teacup, that's
mhm,
supposed to catch the overflow that's coming from the teacup. And a lot of times, we'll try to give people what's in our cup instead of what's on the overflow.
sure.
Definitely put us in trouble, man. So we want to make sure that we have the abundance and we have the overflow in certain areas so that we have enough to give away.
How do you show loyalty in a relationship?
In a relationship, I'm gonna say being there through tough times.
Okay,
I'm gonna say doing stuff that you don't want to do, compromising,
okay,
being understanding, and things of that. I guess I always look at it from what challenged you. I always think about the challenging things because the things that are easy, we could do that with no effort. So I
okay,
think of it as, okay, what's gonna challenge me? What's gonna take me out my comfort zone? What's gonna make me stretch?
right,
Something
right.
pain and love, and support to that other person that is gonna make you stretch, then that's when it's loyalty.
Okay, okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Um, how does loyalty make you feel?
That's a good question, bro. That's a real good. And the reason why I say that is because like there's times where loyalty has made me feel great, right?
Okay,
And then there's other times where being loyal to a person or a thing and it felt like it didn't go nowhere. It could make you feel used. You know what I'm saying? It can make you feel used or like you deposit something into a place that ain't gonna deposit back into you. And so
right.
place that I gave myself and that I give somebody else is when it comes to being loyal to yourself, you have to make sure that you don't do stuff that's going to challenge your mental health for the negative.
Mm-hmm.
You could give too much, and what is it gonna mean if it's not accepted? So, I
Right.
definitely felt different in different areas, and just keeping it 100, I know that I made other people feel different towards
Okay.
they me. So it's both good and bad, man, and that's just life.
Okay.
That's definitely
I
life.
like that. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. What you got for me?
Just okay when you dealing with loyalty, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a person who you feel is not appreciative of you being loyal.
Mm-hmm.
Do you continue to be loyal to that person, or how do you approach that situation?
Mm. Are you asking that because of our conversation while we having loyalty now?
Just like how do you deal with that?
um, it's tough, and I'm gonna say, uh, it depends on who it is, right?
Okay.
And I think a lot of it is loyal, loyalty hurts, right? Being loyal and someone not being loyal to you, I think it hurts or it affects everybody in different ways, right?
Right.
And I say that um, because you can be loyal to a person um, and they don't recognize it,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
Or um, we evolve in situations, and we constantly talk about that growing, evolving, and different things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And um, I think the person you're dealing with have to grow and evolve,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I guess when it comes to loyalty or how I deal with someone that's unloyal,
Mm-hmm.
um, again, it depends on who it is. Sometimes you treat them with love, and then sometimes you treat them with distance,
Right. Right.
right? And so, um, I think for me, a lot of times I'll treat people with distance because um, it's a protection mechanism. I'm gonna say for me,
I
right?
like.
Because I'm constantly, I want my mind, and I don't want this person to change who I am. And a lot of times that's what loyalty does.
Yeah.
It makes people change who you are,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
you're changing as far as um, I'm gonna adjust how I'm treating them, or I'm gonna adjust how I'm treating somebody else because this person hurt me in this area.
Yeah.
So, or disappointed me, right? So, yeah.
That's real. A comment just came up and it said that we shouldn't be loyal to a fault. And I'm a big believer in that you can be loyal to a fault. Can you think of any areas in your life where you've been loyal to a fault, like being loyal to something that you may have thought had a good ending to it, or it was going somewhere and it wasn't going anywhere?
Um, I'm gonna say yes and no, and the reason why I say that is, again, I revert back to what I just was talking about. Um, you're allowing someone else to change who you are and what you believe
Mm-hmm.
and how you believe you should treat people, right? Now, my protection mechanism is to stiff arm them and keep a distance from that particular person, right?
Right.
Because if you're a good person, you don't want the love and everything that you have for everybody else, that one relationship to affect it,
Yeah.
right? And so I just say it's situation by situation, right?
Yeah.
Because some people don't deserve, I'm not even going to say your loyalty, but your company.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I just leave it at that.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Yeah.
know,
Huh?
sometimes I learned with loyalty, sometimes you have to be loyal to the mission and not to the person. And sometimes you have to be loyal to the person and not the mission. So you got to know when to do what. We got a comment that somebody said
Mm-hmm.
to be loyal to my job when my job ain't being loyal back. And so in that aspect, I guess it's kind of like when you get a job, you know what your mission is, right? And so even though your boss ain't right, my goal is to be loyal to the job and not the
Okay.
person. So if I come
Okay.
with just
So I'm
me
gonna I'm
and
gonna ask
I'm good.
who asked that question, and I ask, do you understand that? And I guess the reason why I say that is I would like,
Loyal to a job that don't deserve my hard work.
yeah, I'm a disagree. I'm a boss, right? And
Uh-huh.
so I'm gonna say I disagree because um it's a you want their finances. And in order to get their finances, you have to give the the work, right? If the finances don't equate to what you agree with, or what you want, I think you should leave, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think you should stay there and take advantage of a situation because, again, loyalty, a lot of times on the other end of that, are people who say, okay, this person is disloyal. it's because they're not getting what they want or it's not benefiting them,
Yeah.
right? And a lot of people on the other end look at situations that's not beneficial to them.
Boom. All right.
And
Check it out. Somebody said loyalty shouldn't cause stress or disturb your mental health.
it
It
is
does
though.
though. I think that
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I
it
can't
does.
agree with that one.
And sometimes, because as parents we have a responsibility and a loyalty
Sure.
to our parent, right?
You said as parents,
As parents, as whatever job we do, I was just giving one example.
yeah,
Yeah, I know you're a father to a lot of the ducks and chickens and stuff in your yard, so
absolutely.
but yeah, it can disturb it, and sometimes
Yeah,
I think when it's disturbed, you still have to find somewhere in you to be loyal, because you can't say, okay, just because my children not listening to me, or just because something ain't going the way I wanted to go, I'm not gonna be loyal.
right,
So all our loyal gonna be put through the fiery furnace.
right. And you know, I think loyalty is another word for love.
Hmm.
Just in my opinion, I think how much you love someone, um, or how much you care about someone, um, depends on the level of loyalty that you have. Also,
Right. All right. Let me ask you this. Earlier, when I asked you your definition of loyalty, you said trust, right?
hmm
And so my question is, do you think somebody could be loyal to you that's not honest to you?
yeah,
You do?
yeah,
Okay.
I do.
Explain that.
Um, I'm gonna bring my grandmother into the situation, right?
Okay.
So she would always say, "Sometimes you tell a lie for peace sake,"
Okay.
right? And so I think everything is the angle that you're looking at it, what side of the mountain you're standing on, and how you view it, right?
I like.
So sometimes you cannot be honest to someone because you don't want to hurt their feelings, or
Yeah.
because you understand what their reaction may be, and you say, okay, now it's not the right time to tell this person this,
Hmm.
right? And so you can be dishonest to someone. Um, I think it was you and I having a conversation about a relationship, right? And you were saying that someone um, wasn't being honest in the relationship, right?
Right.
And you wouldn't, it ain't your job to tell them, right?
Hmm.
Why?
All right. So the scenario that I gave you was, I know a married couple,
Sure.
and it was supposedly said that the wife was cheating. So
Right.
somebody was like, "Will you tell the husband that his wife was cheating?"
Right.
And I absolutely not. And the reason why I said no was because for me personally, I felt like at the end of the day, I would rather for her to change her action than to be exposed. And so if somebody was to ask me, okay, if this is a guy that you associate with, that's a loyalty thing. You're not gonna tell him that his wife is cheating. No, I would rather for her to quit her action before she get caught. And a lot of times when you're dealing with people, they would rather for you to get exposed than to change your action.
It's what we were talking about earlier, a crab in a bucket mentality,
Yeah,
right? And
definitely.
so a lot of people, instead of saying, how can I make this situation better?
Right.
Um, they rather say, or instead of saying, let me go to this person and say, hey, straighten up, you wrong, you doing wrong, or this is this,
Right.
right? They rather destroy a household than build a household.
Right. And that was good because earlier you brought up the fact that everything's go back to your intentions, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think sometimes we can have intentions to be loyal, but if our actions don't show that by way of action, then we're absolutely not loyal. And sometimes we could be loyal to something by not even knowing it. You know what I mean? Because it's what you. what you associated with. So
Okay.
we made some agreements and some loyalty to some things that we're not even aware of it.
Right. Right.
And all that play a factor in, just the decisions we make in our psychology and the way we move and the way we do things and, you know,
Okay.
manifest certain things.
Absolutely. How do you handle disloyal people?
I've got better. I've got better over
What? He said, I got better.
I'm gonna tell you because I'm gonna tell you how. And I'm a Bible reader, right? So when the
Sure.
Bible here make your enemy your footstool, personally, I thought that meant I could step on their face.
So,
I had to
because
learn.
somebody is disloyal, you feel like they're your enemy?
Say that again.
Because you feel like somebody is disloyal, do you feel like they're your enemy?
Sometimes I felt that, but
Okay.
then, like I say, when I matured, I found that sometimes you can use disloyal people as well. So
Right.
if you use disloyal people as well, don't be so quick to write everybody off or think that you ain't gonna never have to cross that bridge again.
Well,
Yes,
take my pencil,
you
okay?
use disloyal. And again, it's definitely gonna depend on the situation as well.
Right.
But
Right.
you'll still have to use that person, and you know what I'm saying, for something that you need in life, or have to cross paths with them, and you have to do it peacefully. So you learn to handle each situation maturely. So the older I get, man, I just try to think more, bro.
Yeah. And
Somebody said use them how? Um,
yeah, that's
use.
that. Thank you.
I'm
Yeah.
glad.
How would you use them?
All right. I'm a business owner, right?
Right.
I've had words with a person some years ago, and they put their child in my youth program. And guess what I do? I serve that child the best of my ability. I'm not gonna not serve this child or do my very best
Sure.
because I had words with their father back in the day. And
But
so I have to use I have to use that relationship, whether good or bad, to invite that kid in and do my job, right? And
right.
so just one example, you still have to use people because if they standing in between you getting into a door, you not gonna maturity not gonna say I'm not gonna go through that door. If I gotta shake your hand to get through that door, that's just what I gotta do.
Okay. Um, I don't know. That's a tough one for me. I
Yeah.
mean, for me, I guess I look at disloyalty. Um, yeah, I stiff on. I mean, and I'm gonna say a lot of growth have to be on me, right?
Right.
Um, and that's what I think this portion of my life I'm learning that a lot of my situations is how I handle or how I act because I'm in control,
Mm-hmm.
and I totally feel like I'm in control of this, I'm in control of that, and it can be a lot of stress with that. You know what I mean? It can be a lot of stress with that. So yeah, I think it's how you handle situations.
That's how you handle it. I like this comment that was said. Somebody said disloyalty equals a lack of respect. And they said, for me, I have to walk away. I agree that disloyalty definitely equal a lack of respect.
Yeah.
I also think that we've all been on both sides of the field.
Right.
Especially when it comes to jobs. A lot of us will get jobs and we're very excited about it. And to be honest, after a couple of weeks, we're no longer giving that 100% because that level of respect has changed. You know what I'm saying? We
Hmm.
get comfortable. We do it in jobs. We do it in relationships. We do it in a lot of situations. That level of respect change. And for me, I just think is we know that we all have received an extended amount of grace,
Sure.
but sometimes we find it difficult to give out that same grace that we once had.
Right.
That in itself could be a lack of loyalty when it comes
Someone
to
someone
receive
said in the
grace.
comments, employers do not have loyalty to employees but financial. Okay, so what other type of loyalty should they have? Because you're walking in the door for financial purposes, right?
Right.
And so, um, what other type of loyalty should they have to you or for you?
They
To
should want to care of their workers. You know what I'm saying? They should care about mental health and all that. But as an employer, just because one employee quit, the job still has to be done.
it
So they
does.
spend too much time, you know what I'm saying, on that. And I think
So,
the main,
I guess the only reason why I asked that, yeah, I think over a period of time, um, you can say, okay, you know what, we have this or this, but a lot of times, it's not a relationship there,
it's not a
right?
relation. And that's
Yeah,
why I say we let our emotions get involved in situations where they
yeah,
shouldn't be
yeah,
involved.
yeah. And I think a lot of people give their heart and soul, or say, okay, I'm spending all my time here at this job,
Right.
and they're taking it more than just a job,
That's the
rather
job.
than rather than say, okay, you know what, this is my job. I'm going here. I'm going to
Hmm.
do the best I can and do this job, and
Hmm.
that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
But I think doing that, you take note of what you do, how you do, and then when it comes to financial or other things, you can't just walk in the door and say, okay, this was our agreement, but I want this after you get there. I think you have to prove your worth and prove, or say, okay, hey, this is why um, I feel like I'm entitled to this.
Right. Yeah.
That's just my opinion. But I think a lot of people
We
want,
all could be guilty of allowing our emotions to get in the way. Somebody said
right,
get involved only if you're not mentally mature. And we have to continue to check those emotions, and we have to continue to seek mental intelligence too, emotional intelligence rather. Because if you don't have emotional intelligence, you don't know where to put your loyalty, and so
okay,
yourself putting money in pockets that have holes in them. And that's a lot of times what we do with our loyalty, and then we get mad when it's not received the way that it was received, but we just put it in the wrong pot.
who is the number one person in your life that you feel like you have to be loyal to?
Besides God and myself, I'm gonna say my children because I'm not married.
Okay,
I'm gonna definitely say my children.
okay, and how?
I made a vow, no matter what happened, not only am I gonna be in their life, but I'm gonna do my very best.
Okay,
And that's been put through trials and tribulations, living 2 hours away in different cities,
hmm,
but I do the very best that I can, you know what I'm saying, to uphold that vow that I took. And so for me, it could be challenging at times, but I'm willing to go that extra mile. And so when it comes to co-parenting, you
I'm
know,
laughing because my next question, I'm gonna kill you, and everybody listen up to this next one.
tie the two together. What's your next question? Come with.
So I'm gonna take my hat off for this. What is your loyalty to your baby mama?
Okay. My Lord mother, even though we're not together and we don't even have what I would call a healthy relationship as far as one-on-one. But when it comes to our children, I won't let
Stop,
nothing
stop.
act
What
between them.
is your loyalty to her?
My loyalty to her, there's still an amount of loyalty that I still share.
Okay, I
It's
don't want to. I want to hear what is your loyalty to her, and I ask this for a particular reason. What is your loyalty to her?
I'm answering the best way I can. It's son
Come on with it.
Purnell. I gotta use your government. I have loyalty to her because my relationship with my children is so strong to I refuse to speak ill to them about their mother. But not only that, bro, I took it a step farther. Even though me and her don't have a relationship, if there's Mother's Day, if there's something coming up, I will make sure my kids have the finances to get her something.
Okay.
If there's a problem at the house and my son is not listening to his mother, I'm going to step in and let him know, hey, you're wrong, and you're going to correct your actions, right? And so I still have a loyalty to her without having a loyalty to her because I have a loyalty to my children who we're connected to. So she gets the benefit from my loyalty to them, and I absolutely have no problem with that. Can I
Okay.
tell you something that I just did last week?
What's that?
After child support and coming driving down to see my kids, I helped purchase my daughter's car. She saved up $1,000. I took care of the rest.
Right.
My daughter's 17, so it's just better for it to go into a parent's name. That
Right.
car went into their mother's name. So
Okay.
now she has an asset of a $5,000 asset that she can
Right.
go and borrow off of. And I have no problem with that, bro.
You
So
know,
some
I
loyalty will affect somebody who you don't get along with, but that's okay.
I asked that question because we have to be transparent, and then we have to understand growth, right?
Mhm.
And growth is, and this is what I really have a big problem with. Um, People who co-parent or people who drop out of relationships,
Right.
um, they want to act like this person is the worst person in the world or uh, the worst decision they ever made, right? And I guess you have to look at it and say, okay, were you this um, stupid? Or was it just we didn't get along in this area, or this person just didn't show me loyalty in this particular area, right? But um, I guess we have to look at the situation and say it was a million reasons why you love this person or why you were in a relationship with this person,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
and um, let's try to make it as cordial as possible,
And then you got to
right?
be careful, bro, the words that you say, because a lot of people that dog they ex or dog they baby mothers, baby fathers,
Sure.
it's really showing a reflection of who they are. Because
Yes. Yes,
if you
it is.
you know what I'm saying, love this person or spend time with this person, what is that saying about you? So
Right.
me
Right.
personally, I don't allow myself to get into the negative talk. You know what I mean? When it gets
Right.
so far, I change the conversation. You know,
Right.
book called The Four Agreements, right?
Okay.
On the four agreements, and the first agreement is impeccable word, and it talks about how you shouldn't let your words be negative and how you should
Mhm.
change them before they come out, because
Right.
you you know you hurt other people but you hurt yourself the most. But when it comes to the whole co-parenting, like you said, it's sad that some people will be willing to hurt that child in order to get back at that other person, and it
Right.
all is on them. But you know, we don't know a lot.
Someone just said most people go into relationships looking for themselves. I, I think that's kind of selfish.
When they should find themselves first and be themselves in their relationship.
Um, I
I guess
I
you
think
guess they were saying that you should know who you are first. That's what I'm getting out of this. That you should know who you are. You should know what you want. You should be mature before you try to add someone else in. And if that what they were saying, then I agree with that
I
100%.
mean I you can't say that though, right? And I say that because you can't tell me at 18 you didn't think you was ready for a relationship,
You
right?
thought it was, but you wasn't.
Right, but you have to develop, and I think everything has to develop. But you're still going to be in a relationship, and you two are still going to get together or what have you. But I think time just has to make that maturity come along, right?
That's a
So
bro. That's a good conversation to have because, like you said, some people do mature and develop together, and
yeah,
some. I guess, man, that's really good, bro. You got me thinking now because I have been one who said that in the past. You should mature first before you get into a relationship, but you do have those instances where people do mature together. So I guess it's just gonna be different for different people.
I'm just saying how though, right?
Ever given that
Um,
opportunity?
I, I think just being, I think me personally, my maturity came because of the patience that my wife had and the maturity that she showed me and the grace that she showed me, right?
Wow.
And I think sometimes things are by example.
Hmm.
When you understand how people are loving on you, and then especially you can have two different mindsets or come from two different backgrounds, right?
Yeah.
So your thought process is this, and it just takes you, like right now, one of my workers,
Hmm.
I try to take this young man around and talk to him, and really good guy, man, really good guy. I like him a lot, and he's excited to work. He's excited to see different things, right?
Right.
But it's the unknown he don't know, right? And you can't blame somebody that don't know something and
You
say,
can.
"Oh, you should, yeah, oh, you should know this." You have to be taught, and so I think that's in everything you do. You just
You
have
got.
to be taught, you
Somebody
know.
asked, said, so was she mature and you wasn't?
Yeah, yeah, I would say that. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
I have no problem saying that, and I think, but in some areas I was mature and she wasn't in certain areas,
So
right?
basically, complimented each other.
Nah, she got me beat.
That's
I
good.
don't know where the compliment was. I had to catch up.
That's transparent, greatest.
Duh, but yeah, I caught up. So, but no, I mean, I think guys are different, man. I think guys are really different, and I think our mindset is different, and
I
how
agree.
we think and how we look at things, and how they look at things, and I think that's where those conversations
Yeah.
and those don't stop talking, don't stop getting to know each other. I don't care how long you're together, you guys are going to constantly get to know each other and constantly, find out new things about each other. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Because we're constantly evolving and growing. And
Facts.
so yeah, for sure, for sure.
Facts.
What you got for me?
Man, this is a good conversation, bro. But just thinking about that whole loyalty piece.
Hmm.
When it comes to loyalty, what area do you feel like you need to grow in the area of loyalty? What do you feel like you can do better?
Um, Forgiveness, right?
Mm.
Or um, sit back and say nothing, right? And let the situation play out. And I say that as far as, and I'm gonna say looking at self more than anything, because even though some people aren't loyal, or what we call loyal, or they're feel like they're loyal to self, right? And again, it goes back to, if I don't know better, how can I do better, right?
Okay.
And dealing with people that don't know better, and I guess it goes back for me to what your intentions are.
Okay.
I guess it just goes all the way back to what your intentions are. And I see a lot of situations where people are selfish, and so their intentions is for them to benefit off of every situation. And you can help, 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 but when it's time for you to say, "Hey, can you this?" Or like my particular situation, right? Um, I was calling to be of service to you, but you didn't know that, right? You didn't
Hmm.
know I was calling to be of service to you, and you flipped the script, right?
Hmm.
So I was just like, you weren't even loyal to yourself or to our relationship. You know what I'm saying? And I was calling, but you were thinking that I wanted something for you, but I was calling to give something to you.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy, but it just shows um, your loyalty sometimes can hurt you.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Your loyalty sometimes can hurt you, and that was a pretty big. It was a pretty big gift.
Yeah.
and and because you want to be loyal to self, sometime I think you screw yourself. You
Mm.
know what I mean? And you just don't look at situations, man. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So, what is your loyalty to God, or how does that play a factor?
I think, man, my loyalty to God is first of all having a relationship with him. Having
Okay.
a I talk to God all throughout the day. I pray throughout the day,
Mm-hmm.
and just to have that open relationship. You know, there's been times where I've said, God use me, and just having that transparent moment with God. I think God wants us to always be transparent with Him, learn and grow through the Word and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. So there's
Right.
times, bro, where I've done great and I knew it, and then there's times where I've done horrible and I knew it. So you know, the times that I've done horrible, it helped keep me humble and balanced, bro. So
Okay.
yeah, I think we all had that responsibility though to grow spiritually, not religiously, but spiritually.
Okay.
Who that?
What up, though?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
Good.
That,
What you
that
up to?
up.
Checking y'all out. Sitting back. It's a good conversation.
So, how loyal? What do you think about loyalty, brother?
Like y'all really touching everything. Like I put on there, um, like you could be loyal to someone to a fault, like you said. You kind
Hmm.
of could be so loyal to someone that you forget about yourself too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, even speaking to God, some people demand what they call loyalty, and they kind of want it all though. They don't care who it go to. Some people selfish with loyalty. You know, some people define loyalty a different way. Some people, money is loyalty to them.
Yeah.
If you give
Mm.
them something, to me, I don't think loyalty can be bought. But some
Mm.
people believe that.
Right.
But you know, I was trying to hear him on the God loyalty. I was getting some pointers on that because I'll be getting good. He be giving me good Jews with the relationship with God. I was my fault that I chimed in. I wanted to hear
No,
him
you good.
continue
You good.
that now.
I'll go back again. So I was just saying, I think that we owe it to God to learn ourselves.
Okay.
The more we learn ourselves, the more we learn God within us. And you know, I think it should be times where when we pray, we don't go to God and ask God for something. We thank Him for what He's already done, but moving forward, we say, "What do you want me to do?" And a lot of times, if we don't do that, then we won't hear the assignment that we have because we all have, and it's different assignments. Your assignment gonna be different from somebody else's, and so just anything that you know that's good, pleasing, that gonna be pleased, we have to do. You know, if we want our to continue to grow and blossom. You know, one of my favorite characters in the Bible is David, and we know David, apple of God's eye. It comes showing out. He showed out like he did some bad stuff, but he made sure that he kept himself in God's presence by passion,
Hmm.
whatever that is. We have to make sure that we do that. So that's just some of my thought on the God piece of it.
You know, that really kind of hit me like a ton of bricks when you were just saying, if you really think about it, are you really loyal to God, or are you loyal to yourself? Right? Because I think a lot of people say they loyal to God, um, but they're always praying for something,
For something, right?
and their loyalty is not to their loyalty is not, God, what would you have me do,
Mm-hmm.
or
Can
how
I
would you
chime
have
in
me
on
do?
that? Can I
Huh?
chime in on that? Because it's
Absolutely.
crazy because people, and I don't knock nobody, but you know, somebody one time asked me, "What do you pray for?" I said, "I never pray for stuff. I just thank God.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me everything I need. It's up to me. I never. I see people do that. I'm gonna pray for a car. I'm like, I just don't see. Like you said, it's to each his own. But I don't know if prayer gets you the things you want. To me, I think thanking God is more important than asking God for something, because He kind of gave us everything.
Yeah.
Somebody just said, I'm sorry to cut you off. Are you loyal to God or are you loyal to what He can do for you?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Think about
That
that though. This
killed
this
it.
is this
Wow.
is the higher power. Like
That's
you
powerful.
asking Him for
Wow.
favors, and
Thank
He
you for
gave you
that.
all the ability to make it happen. Why would you ask Him? He gave you the ability. Just thank Him. Everything gonna come. Just praise Him and thank Him. I never
Wow.
really understood them asking God for stuff. I'm like, you asking God for a car? He gave you the
I
ability to
mean,
get a car.
I'm guilty of that. I'm gonna be honest. It's things that I work for that I want, and I would pray and say, "Hey God, can you bless me?" I mean, I'll pray for my
No, I
wants
ask
and
God for
needs.
stuff as in, but I'm talking about sometimes material things. I'm saying, of course, it's the Father, so I pray. If I ask God for something, like I ask for guidance, strength,
So I said,
stuff
I
like
need
that. I
this.
don't ask for like
I will
money.
pray for
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna ask you for some
wisdom,
money if I
and
need some money. I ain't gonna ask
wisdom.
God. I'm gonna ask
Absolutely.
you. You got.
You said what?
I ain't gonna ask God for no money. I'm gonna ask you.
Cut it out.
I may thank God after you give it to me, but
I'm done messing with you. I ain't God. I ain't
I'm
God.
just
That's for
no. I'm
sure.
saying before I ask God for a favor, I ask a person for a favor that's physical for me. Now, of course, strength is this is me. I
Mhm.
just always felt like thanking God. It seemed like every time I really thank God, things come that things come for me. For me,
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
you
because
know.
it's a weapon by itself.
Well, I'm cutting my
Exactly.
Your
cash
Like,
app
prayer,
off, I'm cutting my cash app off so you can start praying a little more.
hey, I finally got my store, man.
I know. I seen it, man. I love it, brother. I love it.
It's
congratulations.
coming
We definitely
together.
gonna have to send us some stuff, man. We definitely gonna have to show some love over that way, man.
Yeah, that's
Oh
powerful.
yeah.
Congratulations on the store.
Absolutely,
Thank you,
absolutely.
man.
And
It wasn't tough
so, do you think that store? What? How does loyalty? What does loyalty have to do with that?
to me. It's a little bit about loyalty to yourself. I just
I think it's a lot of it.
It's a lot.
And the reason why
loyal to myself,
I
loyal to
say that
God, man.
is
Just
you're loyal to yourself, you're loyal to your dreams and to your vision,
and
right?
patience. Yeah, like the patience. I think all of that. So it's so deep with loyalty because somebody just look at it as a word, as a relationship. I'm like, dog, if you think about it, it's kind of a balance of everything. A lot on the physical. Your
Right.
loyalty is a lot of you deal with your results. Like if a person, to me, I don't care if it's simple as sports and they trying to be great. To me, like a boxer, for instance, now, or a basketball player. You got the LeBron James, and then you got the Matt Barnes. They're like, well, I'm like, LeBron James probably loyal to the point of the sport and everything about it, family and everything, to make his body be able to go 18 years, while the next person might not be loyal to really the sport, but they might smoke their weed, everything, and just doing it for a check. So the
Right.
results will come out of his loyalty. Jordans and these people just. So to me, kind of work is still loyal. You know what I'm saying? Like you grind. So to me, that's like a part of loyalty too,
Okay.
as in your dedication, kind of. And
It is.
so
It definitely
yeah, and it's like the results from loyalty is just great. But I come to realize some people that you can show loyalty to don't understand loyalty, so it's never appreciated. And I think it should be a self thing. So it is a selfish act for me. I'm loyal for my benefits. It's not always to please the next person.
Right.
It's kind of like being kind. I'm gonna be kind to everybody. The results of what somebody take it as, go ahead, but I'm gonna stay in my thing. Like you had said earlier, you like the patience and the forgiveness. That's something that is so powerful in the Bible and everywhere else, but it's one of the difficult things. That's why I know it's real powerful. It's very difficult to really forgive people sometimes, but it's the best thing you can ever do
yeah.
to
Right.
me. In this life, I think forgiveness is probably the most powerful thing you can do because you
Okay.
can't move on if you don't forgive nobody.
It take up too much of your energy.
Exactly.
And if something take up your energy, it's pretty soon it's gonna take up your time. And now
Exactly.
you don't got room for the blessings that God got for you because you too busy focusing on that energy and that space. That space is occupied with anger. Anger gonna have a reaction sooner or later.
I got a question for both of y'all. So, are you more loyal to family out of respect or necessity?
Ooh.
Um,
That's a good question, bro. And you could look at it so many ways. I'm gonna have to
with
say
me,
I'm gonna have to say for me, I've made it a necessity to a certain degree. And the reason why I'm gonna say I made it a necessity because I love my kids so much that if I don't see them, I'm affected by it. You know, when I moved away to Texas, I experienced separation anxiety and couldn't wait to get back to visit them. So my loyalty to them, it has become a necessity for me in many ways. I have to see my kids. I have to go see my grandmother 3 times a week, who just turned
Right.
85. I have to do these things. If I don't do them, I don't feel complete. So, it depends on how you look at it. A necessity can be a good or a bad thing, depending on, the action behind it or before it.
What is your thoughts with that, Stace?
pretty much agree with him, but my mind on family is a little different. Like
Huh?
I think of, I look at relatives and family as different, whole different things.
Mhm.
Relatives is your bloodline, and you create your family. You my family,
Right.
so
Right.
yeah, it's a necessity. Even like he said, just to check on them. Hey, how you doing? Stuff like that. And to me, in the world we live in now, as in relatives, I rarely get that. But it ain't nothing that I, really trip on. It's just, I guess, part of age and what people doing in the
Mhm.
world. But I check on people. To me,
Right.
somebody checking on me is more important than anything else. Just checking how you doing, man. Because people, mental illness is real. All that stuff
Sure.
is real, man. And a lot of people don't know that you just checking on a person may change their course. But a lot of people nowadays don't do it. But me personally, like you said, I gotta say it's a necessity because it's like you said, an anxiety and it stays on your mind and you kind of it's I gotta do it's like I gotta do it. It's a necessity. Yeah, I think so for
I'm going
me.
to go different. I'm going to say for me, it's a respect thing, right? And not a necessity, right? And the reason why I say that is the people that I respect
Mm.
or the people that I love, and I mean, because I respect them, right? And so I just hold them in high regard. And a necessity to me is something that I have to do. And this is something that I want to do because I love them.
Mm.
But I got you.
Yeah.
And
And like I said, I mean,
and the question go bad for me because you know my situation. Like, not that I dislike people different, but all them people that I put in that regard, they not here.
sure.
My mother, my father, my grandma, they all gone.
Right.
My uncles I was supposed to. I don't have nothing against the relatives I have, but in life, man, money and different stuff change the course of people. I don't judge them. I just do what I got to do because I'm at a point in life where, and this not being negative, but sometimes somebody was thinking about their fear of death, and once you get closer to God and you get a certain age, and you see so many people go, and you know that it's real. It's like it sounds crazy, and maybe he can help you on this. I'll be thinking, well, the party upstairs. I still got work to do, but the party upstairs, I'm not scared to go like no
Right.
more. So I think with loyalty and everything, I think it made all of that easier to do once I seen it's real. When you're young, you fear death, you don't understand death and stuff like that. The closer you
Sure.
get to God, you know that it's about what you're gonna do. And some people feel, oh, I'm gonna set up a legacy, this and that, and this for my family. But sometimes the legacy you set could be the worst thing that you left your family. It's so
Right.
strange and touchy.
Depends on
Right.
what they do, but it could be.
Depending on what they do, you might have a house, everybody fight, because money can break up a family. So it's like, I don't know. I done seen people with really nothing and they became closer with their family. But when money is involved and somebody die, a lot of things change, man. So
Yeah.
it's so like it's like y'all said, it's just about being loyal to yourself, God, and at the end of the day, stuff that's out of our control. You know what I'm saying? Is we only can be the best version of us.
Right.
That's how I feel. And loyalty and everything y'all touching on every time is still a part of building this person, not for nobody else
Hmm.
to approve it. It's for you, and it
Right.
feels great. And good things happen. You meet better people. To me, the energy you attract energy. So if you
Absolutely.
putting off a bad feed, you're not getting no good results. And I'm pretty sure through your work, you have gave everybody a chance to see like, yo, no matter what, that energy just ain't gonna change. And you want to give people that chance, but you get to a point of age like I can't. It ain't about the money. Like I can't do this. This negative. The person just negative, and it ain't your job to install something in them that they don't want. They
Right.
don't want it. It's like you said, like if a person don't want to deal with God, you can talk to their face blue. They ain't gonna change.
Right.
They gotta.
Kind
To
of
me,
remind me of the scripture when it say, "Don't cast pearls among the swine." If you take a pearl, we know that a pearl goes through a process, and I actually encourage you to look that up. Look up the process of the pearl. The pearl goes
Okay.
okay,
process, and it's a beautiful thing, but it's worth money when it's done going through that process. If you go out and you give it to a pig, what the pig gonna do? Put it in mud. So that's how we gotta feel about our time. Like it took for you to go through irritation to get to where you at now. It took for you to learn different business things and save and do all these things that it took for you to get where you at, right?
Yeah.
And so
failure, man.
basically what I hear you saying is I'm careful why
Failure can be your best. Like y'all believe like failure, like the word failure, like it's almost success, kind of depending on what you take with the failure.
What is your thoughts? And then we're gonna get ready to get out of here, guys. What is your thoughts about disloyal
For
being?
me, um, that's their opinion, man. My thought about that is about homosexuality, anything. That's you got to deal with that with God, man. You can stay away from me though, but I don't. That's you. I'm really at that point in life. You do what you do. No, not as in not
I,
as in the not as in the homosexual. I'm talking about as in the disloyal.
yeah.
Right.
Like as the homosexuals, I mean, I'm in business. I sell clothes. Come on, like
Okay.
that's a personal thing. But I'm saying I'm putting on the same level as that's like a person. If he a Muslim or he a Christian, that's not my opinion to change you. Like if you disloyal, that's deal. But you're not gonna be disloyal with me. I'm not gonna deal with you. That's what I'm saying. Like that. Not as in the gay stuff. I'm just saying I was comparing it to. It could be a pair of shoes. A person might wear Adidas. I might like Nikes. I'm like, well, okay, you put them shoes on. You got to walk in them. I mean,
Right.
So
What's your take with it, Rams?
On disloyal,
Yeah.
uh, again, it's gonna depend on the situation. Are you saying it like from a failure perspective? It's
Just disloyal. What is your opinion on? Because we talked about loyalty. What is your opinion
it's,
on?
it's sometimes it's not bad because things change.
Yeah.
Things change, so it's not bad. If you're no longer in a certain environment, you're not going to adhere to those rules that was once in that environment.
Right.
So things, and so it depends on the actions behind the disloyalty. Life
Okay.
change.
that's true.
But and
I didn't think of it that way. So
yeah,
basically, you
but it's just
saying like
more than one way.
something may appear disloyal, but he didn't do it with them intentions.
And
Right.
then too, some people are meant to be in your life for a season,
Right.
right? They meant to be in your life for a season. Just because your part is over in my movie, the movie gonna keep going.
Right.
It's gonna keep
And
going.
and I guess I would take disloyalty as if you're disloyal to someone, um, is what is your
Yeah,
intention?
what's your thoughts on it? I wanted to know.
Well, I think it's what a person's intentions are, right? Because you can be disloyal to someone and it not necessarily be it's beneficial for them, but not you. right?
Oh, so
And
basically, you
people
said
and
it
people
can.
can and
So
people
basically,
can take
somebody
it
can appear disloyal to me, but their intentions wasn't to be disloyal. It
right,
may appear
but
that to me. I get what you're saying. Like he was saying,
yeah,
like you never know the situation. I might
right,
say, "Oh,
right,
you
right.
did this for me. You took some money from me. You disloyal." But in reality, they probably could say, "Yeah, I did take it, but I went
Or
and got this for you." I
it
get
can
what you're
be
saying.
it can be a business deal, right? You
Yeah.
could
So
say,
I
okay,
stand
you know
corrected. He
what?
right.
You could say, you know what? I'm going to go in a different direction. We were working here, but I'm gonna move in a different direction and put somebody else in this position. Somebody
And
can say, well, I've been here for these years, and you're not being loyal to me. And then they
mhm,
say, but this guy knows this job better and is in a better position. I mean, I'll put our company in a better position if I put this person here,
right.
right?
Yeah,
So that's why
I
I was
get it.
asking you the difference
Y'all
because
correct. I stand
being,
corrected. You're right.
Right,
I didn't think of it that way. It could
loyal.
appear that way, but it ain't that.
right, right.
Yeah.
And so I guess it's all about how we look at a situation, and I take that throughout, right? Even in within relationships, it can be that way. Somebody can say, "Oh, this person is disloyal to me," but it's beneficial to them. Just
Right.
because they
And
don't do
one more
what
question
you
when you ask that, because the business one was a great one. Do you think because somebody worked for 5 years, that it means loyal because you gave them a job because they worked 5 years? Because sometimes you might be real good at working for 5 years and you don't supposed to be a manager. You're really good at your job. You get what I mean by that? So I get
yeah,
it what you're saying.
yeah, correct, correct,
Because some people you like, yeah, he only been here a year, but he can run my company the better way. I could put you as a head of something, but
right,
you really don't have management thing. But they might think,
right.
but I've been here 5 years, and you'd be like, yeah, but you in 5 years you didn't really gain no management skills, so I can't give you this job because I get what you said. So that wouldn't make you disloyal. You're like, no, I'm making
But in some, but
a great
it's
business
it's
decision.
all in the eyes of the beholder.
Exactly, like he said, and I didn't
Right,
think of it that way. He right.
right, right.
Hey, Mayweather, you know what Pete stayed loyal to? That I was real surprised. You know, when we were younger, we wore the
Hang up
fruit,
on him. Hang up on
the
him. I don't even know what he's gonna
tidy
say.
white. He still wear tidy whities.
Huh?
Wait, that man still wear tidy
now,
whities.
now, why
Hey
is he
man, you know
looking
I
at my
got a new
drawers?
underwear line, man. You need to get up
Oh,
on
you
that,
got
man.
Oh
I
my god.
had to get his wife.
He don't wear
I'm
he
gonna
don't
get
wear deducted duds, man. He don't wear
No,
deducted duds. No, he
we
don't,
good,
man.
brother. Don't
He's
worry
not
about
wearing.
it.
They don't even sell deducted duds for adults no more, do they?
it up.
I don't know. Let me find out you got some Fruit of Looms though, man.
Got them tidy whities,
Uh,
bro. I can tell you wear tidy whities. Just still the
uh,
way some people act, they wear tidy whities. He's loyal to the balloons, bro. I'm telling you.
He said he loyal.
That man loyal,
uh,
bro.
oh my
Oh,
god. Oh
how
my
long y'all
god.
knew each other, man?
Man.
Yeah, it's been about 20 plus, about 20. No, it's been more
Yeah.
than that.
Yeah, that's my
I
guy.
deserve, I deserve a check by now. We'll put.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's coming.
Nah, that's my man, 100 grand.
I'm gonna have to hang up on both of y'all. Both of y'all asking for checks. Wait a
Hey,
minute.
how the what's his name going, man?
What's that?
The man, muffler, that joint.
We're
That's the joint.
working on it. Is
Coming together
everything is
though.
lining up, bro. Like I said, I
You
again,
loyal to that, ain't you? You loyal to that, ain't you?
I am, but you know what? Everything is a process, right?
Every
Yeah,
Everything is a process because it's new. You just go through your process and you know, and you have hiccups, and so
that's
yeah,
powerful. Yeah.
yeah. So and more than anything, I think it's just trying to be loyal to self and family, man. I think um I guess my last words on this would be um everybody's looking at someone else or um who they can be loyal to, and I think you need to really look in the mirror first, right?
Yeah.
You need to
Yeah.
have loyalty to self and self-respect and say, okay, this is how I'm moving and this is how I live my life, right?
Mm.
that's heavy.
And with doing that, I think if you have that loyalty to self, then you can spread it to other people, and I think everything will work itself out.
I agree 100.
Yeah, and
100%.
that's my last words on this. Well, I appreciate you guys, man. And then I really want to say to our people that come here, man, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for your loyalty to us, man, to tune in every week, to, man, kick it
And I'm
with
gonna
us
have some more
and
stuff
be on
for him.
here, comment. What you say?
I'm gonna have some more stuff for him. Just I've been building the store, so
Man, bro, we here to support you, brother. We here to support you. We want you to get your
Definitely.
website,
Present.
everything, man. We here to support you. You know what I'm saying? You just starting a new store, man. Like I said, I'll buy some stuff and give it away on here. My thing is, we want you to grow. We want you to live, brother. So we got you. You know what I'm saying? Give,
thank you.
you know, when you get your website and stuff up, give our people the website, and we here to rock with you, brother. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
because
saying?
I got a website, but I'm redoing that,
Okay,
so I ain't been
okay,
really guiding people towards it.
okay, okay. People out here saying congratulations, Stace, man. Yeah, congratulations, my
Thank you,
man.
thank you.
Like I said,
1353
all
Kalamazoo and
right.
Adams, the old Boston house.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Well, guys, thank you guys, man. Like I said, we definitely out of here, man. We like to thank all our people for showing up for us every week, man. That's loyalty, and we appreciate you guys. We out of here.
All right, peace and blessings. I love you fellas, man.
Love you too, my brother.
Thank you.
Peace.